The mind beneath your mind, how your subconscious is running your life. Right now, while you are watching this, your heart is beating without instruction. Your lungs are expanding and contracting without a single conscious thought. Your eyes are adjusting to the light. Your body is regulating its temperature. Your immune system is running continuous surveillance on every cell. All of this happening automatically, without you, and that is just the body. Now consider this. 95% of your mental activity, your decisions, your reactions, your emotional responses, the way you interpret what people say, the way you see yourself, the way you move through a room, is also running on automatic. Not from the thinking mind you believe is in charge, from something older, deeper, and far more powerful. Your subconscious. The subconscious mind is not a mystery. It is not spiritual language. It is the part of your brain operating beneath conscious awareness, processing 11 million bits of information per second, while your conscious mind handles approximately 50. 50 versus 11 million. That is not a small difference. That is a different order of reality. And yet most people spend their entire lives only paying attention to the 50. Here is how it was built. You were not born with beliefs. You were born with a brain. In the first 7 years of life, the brain operates primarily in a low-frequency state, what neuroscientists call theta. The same brainwave state adults enter during deep hypnosis or the moments just before sleep. In this state, the brain is not analyzing, it is not critical, it is recording. Everything it experiences, the atmosphere in the home, the tone of voices, the way love was or wasn't expressed, the messages repeated about money, about safety, about whether you were too much or not enough, all of it went in. Not as memory in the way you recall a conversation, as programming, as the operating code that now runs underneath everything you do, is less than number is greater than. Think of it this way. Imagine someone installed software on a computer before you ever sat down to use it. You don't see the code. You didn't choose it. You weren't even consulted. But it determines what the machine can do, how it responds to input, what it lets through, and what it blocks. That software is your subconscious programming. And it is running right now in how you reacted to something your partner said this morning, in why you hesitated before speaking in that meeting, in why certain situations make you contract without being able to say exactly why. Here is an example most people recognize. A person grows up in a home where love was conditional, where approval had to be earned, where expressing needs resulted in tension or withdrawal. As a child, the subconscious learns, needing things is dangerous. Being too much is dangerous. Make yourself useful or make yourself invisible. This is brilliant adaptation. In that environment, it was survival. Now, that person is 35, and they still cannot ask for help without feeling like a burden. They still overfunction in relationships, giving far more than they receive, not because they want to, but because the subconscious hasn't been updated. It is still running the 7-year-old's code in a 40-year-old's life. Another example, someone watches their parents argue about money throughout childhood. The atmosphere around money is tight, fearful, associated with conflict and scarcity. The subconscious records, money causes pain. More money means more danger. Stay small financially. Don't want too much. Now, this person is intelligent, capable. They understand intellectually that money is neutral. And yet every time they approach a certain income level, something happens. They unconsciously sabotage. They miss the opportunity. They undercharge. They make a decision that pulls them back, not because they are self-destructive, because the subconscious is protecting them from what it learned money brings. This is why affirmations alone often don't work. You cannot override a subconscious belief by repeating words to the conscious mind. The programming runs deeper than that. So how does it change? The subconscious responds to three things primarily. The first is repetition. New patterns, repeated consistently over time, begin to establish new neural pathways. Not overnight, but persistently and genuinely they take hold. The second is emotion. The subconscious encodes experiences that carry strong emotional charge far more deeply than neutral information. This is why a single moment of profound love or profound shame can shape a person for decades. And it means that healing work done with genuine emotional presence, not just intellectual understanding, lands differently. The third is the space between waking and sleep, the theta state. The moments when the critical mind is quieting and the subconscious is most open. What you place into your mind in those moments, what you read, what you listen to, what you tell yourself, has disproportionate influence. And here is what changes when you begin to become conscious of what was unconscious. You stop reacting from a script you didn't write. You catch the pattern before it completes. You recognize the old voice. You're too much. You don't deserve this. It isn't safe, and you see it for what it is, not truth. Old code. An old code can be rewritten. But here is something you need to know. Your subconscious isn't only shaped by what happened inside you. It is shaped by what other people deliberately or instinctively put there. Some of it innocently, some of it not. And in the next video, we go into exactly that. How your subconscious can be accessed by others without your permission, without your awareness, and what happens to a person when it is. This is the part of psychology that changes how you see every relationship you've ever had. Subscribe and press the bell icon because next time, we go somewhere few people are prepared for, and everyone needs to see it.